The rural way of life is about making everyone feel at home. Tractor Supply chose advanced 5G solutions from T-Mobile for Business to transform intelligent customer service. Together, we put the power of AI to work across 2,200 stores, keeping things running seamlessly inside, curbside, and countryside. This is elevated customer experience. This is Tractor Supply with T-Mobile for Business. Take your business further at T-Mobile.com/now.
Shopping is hard, right? But I found a better way. Stitch Fix online personal styling makes it easy. I just give my stylist my size, style, and budget preferences. I order boxes when I want and how I want. No subscription required. And he sends just for me pieces, plus outfit recommendations and styling tips. I keep what works and send back the rest. It's so easy. Make style easy. Get started today at stitchfix.com/Spotify. That's stitchfix.com/Spotify.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for
Eejits of the World! Episode 2, Season 2, the old tutu.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And now we're all in smell-o-vision.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at us.
The tube of you.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And what a week, a cornucopia of Eejits we have for you.
Yes, we will feast on them. It'll be a Roman orgy of idiots. And then we'll vomit them and eat them again.
Wow. Where do we begin? This week on Eejits of the World, we have the Eejits of American politics.
We've got the Eejits of France and vermin and mess and bugs.
We have the Eejits of British politics.
We have the Eejits of Italian politics.
We most certainly do.
We got it all. So
strap yourself in.
Yeah, put your helmet on and look this way, Chester.
Let us now celebrate, my friend, the world of Eejits. Let's reopen this giant can of Eejits that is American politics.
Ah,
oh, so many stories.
Fishing's always good round these parts.
They got some serious Eejits there.
You don't even need bait, just a hook.
You don't either. All you gotta do is tickle them. They come up on the bank. You know it. You got yourself a nice congressman right there on the bank. You just tickle. You just tickle him right there. You want some subsidies for your dying coal mine industry? You just come on to the bank. We'll tickle you on up here.
You 92-year-old man in a bow tie.
So many of them. Is that this week the guy who had to step in as the Speaker of Congress?
Oh yeah.
Never seen. Did you see it? It was this little man in a dicky bow banging the gavel, the little wooden hammer.
I loved it.
Oh, I've never seen somebody bang a gavel in such anger.
Oh, he's having troubles in his marriage.
Aye, yes, well, indeed. Well, he's a far right Republican congressman in a dicky bow. He's having troubles in his marriage, definitely. There's definitely. He has something he's got to say to Cecilia, or Ladybird as I like to call her. We've been married for almost 40 years. We have a very harmonious relationship. She sings in the choir. I do what I have to do. Yeah, man.
Now I gotta learn some new pronouns for my daughter, because she goes to one of them liberal schools. Hand me my gavel.
I need that little wooden hammer like you wouldn't believe, Cecile. I need to bang these feelings out of me. I'm hoping Pastor can help me with it.
Yeah.
I just really need to hammer on some wood, Pastor.
That Spanish pool boy's back. God, I keep that pool clean. Can you send Enrique back, please? There's not a leaf in the pool.
God, how I wait for fall. I don't have to make no excuses anymore. The minute I start to see those leaves fall, I know. It's Enrique time.
I'll peel back the cover of the pool. Just it's good. It's good to let the pool catch a little leaves.
The whole pool is clean again, sir.
Look again, Enrique. Look again.
That's right. Listen, muchacho. No Jose, okay? This pool's got to be spick and span. And I don't know exactly how you're meant to be cleaning a pool back in Guadalajara, Mexico, where you're from. But here in the great state of South Carolina, we clean them on our hands and knees.
We take off our shirts. We take off our shorts. We get naked because we're going to sweat. We oil ourselves up.
That's right.
And we clean.
We send our wives away.
Go away.
And we clean.
Clean it.
Scrub that thing.
Yes.
Anyway. God, I love American politics. My favorite of all time. There's two great far right Republicans who are obviously anti-gay, but such great names. The Republican governor of the state of Idaho. His name's Butch Otter.
Great. This is my friend Emil Hardcock.
I can't top that. You just went, I'll just go for it. Emil Hardcock. Genuine real name. There used to be a guy who used to work for, and he was one of the guys who led the Republican Party down this culture war road. I think he used to be an assistant to George Bush Sr. And his genuine name was Dick Army. Yeah. You better believe it. Congress is in session. Dick Army's in the house. Get your hand, wakey, hands up, snaky boys. I hope you boys.
I want you all to get behind Dick Army.
Yeah. Or my name's not Dick Army.
Dick Army's gonna take over this country. It's a goddamn coup. Here comes Dick Army.
You better believe it is. Oh, God, the Republicans are such a wonderful source of Eejits.
Yeah.
So there's another one that we missed, obviously, on our summer hiatus, but we have to mention.
Yeah.
Lauren Boebert.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Congresswoman from the great state of Colorado.
The oddly fuckable Lauren Boebert.
Well, that's entirely up to you, my friend.
I can't help myself.
You look guilty. Not bad gavel you, son. Lauren Boebert. So she's way off in the far right of the Republican Party. Very, very, very much a Trumper.
Yeah.
She became famous because she had a pro-gun cafe. Right?
Just fire up a couple of shots when you want the waitress to come back.
That's all you got to do.
Just a couple table shots.
That's it. 3 shots is a cheeseburger. 4 shots is with fries. It's pretty straightforward. We don't have menus.
And if you need to shoot a waitress, wing them, please. They wear padding on their arm. Don't go for an organ.
Yeah, come on. Just see what arm she doesn't favor and just take a little nick out of her.
Yeah.
We're all trained marksmen here.
Yeah.
We're all fans of guns and bourbon.
If you can't hit a waitress in the arm, you shouldn't have a gun.
That's right.
If you have so little control.
Hey, listen a little bit for me. If you shoot a waitress, maybe you shouldn't have a waitress. You should definitely have a gun.
Yeah.
Waitresses aren't in the Constitution.
It ain't guns that kill people. It's waitresses who get in the way of the bullets.
That's right.
Who kill people.
17th Amendment to the United States Constitution. Thou shalt have a waitress. We all know that.
That's the good thing about amendments is you can make them on your own. I mean,
nobody has to know.
Yeah. I ratified it. Okay.
Everybody have it now. God. Lauren Boebert. So, while we're on the hiatus, she goes to see
Beetlejuice,
the musical.
which I didn't even know.
No idea.
I'm thinking the Banana Boat song plays a lot in it.
Why?
That's the big scene when the first time they get haunted. Day-o. Remember? Yeah.
Yes.
I think Beetlejuice choreographs that because they're like, what can you do to scare them?
Ah, yes. I have to say, I have not seen Beetlejuice in a long time. But I'll tell you what, it was Michael Keaton at his hijinks acme.
Yeah.
There's no denying.
Yeah. He was absolutely at his best, and everybody keeps saying, why is he not going to come back and play Batman? Why is he not coming back to play Beetlejuice? That's the story I'd like to.
I'd like to see Beetlejuice too.
Yeah.
So Lauren Boebert,
Yeah.
congresswoman, became famous for having her pro-gun restaurant, right?
Yeah.
She's super right-wing in the party. She goes on a date. He recently got divorced. She goes on a date with a man to see Beetlejuice the musical,
Yeah.
right? And gets kicked out. Gets kicked out for vaping. At the time, what was vaping and singing along loudly to the music.
And I think she was trying to give him a hand job.
Well, that came later. That's what they discovered.
Boom.
This is the best bit. So originally, how the news story came out was congresswoman thrown out of a theatre, a musical for vaping. Right?
Yeah.
It's still absurd. At the time, the news reports described her as 36-year-old grandmother. Yeah? Apparently, she's 36-year-old grandmother / local mother of 4.
Is she?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the very
Sounds like it's the first hand job she's ever given.
She's only discovered. I've just discovered how liberals have less children.
You're telling me my hand is a passable vagina?
If not possible, so, I mean, I don't think you could share a passport with it.
No. But you're trying to watch you're trying to watch Beetlejuice the musical. You don't want her jumping on your lap.
No, you do not. This is another astonishing thing in the local news report. So she's thrown out, and this is all recorded.
Yeah.
Right? They said that as she was escorted from the theatre, she angrily bared her teeth at the staff.
Wow.
Like, what? I mean, she also said, "Do you know who I am?" Which is pretty standard douchebaggery anywhere the world over. Like, to throw that at somebody in a...
But if I was getting kicked out of Beetlejuice for trying to distribute a hand job, I don't think I'd want... Like, do you know who I am? Oh, please.
No, but they didn't know that at the time. They just thought she was an errant vapor.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying she should want this, like, she should realize she's got a bit of cum on her thumb and maybe not try and announce herself to the world.
Waggling her cum thumb around. Vote for me next November. Yeah, so then as the news story becomes bigger and bigger,
Yeah.
all of her making by being an arse in the, be a congresswoman or congressman baring his teeth at the general public, that will grow attention. And then they released the security camera footage, and then it turned out she had been pulling him off in the theatre, like. And she described, she went, eventually she had to make a second, more sheepish apology when it became apparent that her date was described as an Aspen bar owner.
Ah.
Everything about this story says cocaine.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Without
yes.
there being any cocaine in the story, because we don't know it, but it screams cocaine.
He would just have a residual amount on him, like just on his person from owning a bar in Aspen. It's just in the air.
Yeah, that's right. All you need to know about Aspen, Colorado, it snows all year round.
If you know what I mean. The slopes are always open.
Yes. So she goes, so her second apology, all she went was, she described, sometimes people mistake my overly animated personality, and that what she had learnt from being caught wanking a man off in a packed cinema at a family event was that she wouldn't date a Democrat again. Yeah.
And to think, Pee Wee Herman, who just sadly passed away, he lost his career because he did to himself what she was doing to others.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's what pisses me off about this all. Save Pee Wee.
Yeah.
Poor guy wanted to have a little theater wank.
Andy, to my knowledge, he was in a theatre wanking theatre.
Yeah.
He wasn't in, he wasn't at a musical.
He was in a Beetlejuice.
He wasn't fucking watching Beetlejuice.
That's Chariots of Fire. Oh, yeah. Chariots of Fire.
Ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding. Oh.
Taking a zipper down to the...
Ding, 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 ding. It's a heartwarming story of 4 men trying to win the 4-minute wank. That's stupid. Oh, anyway. Well.
I think you just wank in slow motion to it. Just because so much of the movie takes place in slow motion. You would just...
Just a bunch of men wanking at slow motion on a sandy beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes, anyway, Congresswoman Lauren Boebert, 36-year-old grandmother, we wish you all the very best. Try and,
And I'm not...
I mean, if you think you can solve your over-animated personality by only wanking off Republicans, fine.
And Lauren, I am not a Democrat. I can't vote in America, so I'm still very liberal, but you could jack me off at Little Shop of Horrors if you want. That was Horrors, by the way.
Nothing turns this guy on like a singing monster plant. I can tell you.
Jack,
Hey.
You'll have to get in line if you want to jack me off at Little Shop of Horrors. I will be ready for another one in the second half. And thank you. I'm done.
For now. Oh, those plants are very fertile.
Feed me.
Anyway, so that's that Congresswoman. I think it's only fair that we also we can't only spank Republicans as well in America. This is this story. It's President Joe Biden.
Turn our beady-eyed old Joe.
Joe Biden would be the weirdest fucking president in American history if it hadn't been for Donald Trump.
That's right.
Being the weirdest fucking president in American history.
Yeah. Yeah, a crypt keeper makes sense now. that a fat orange man.
Yeah, is the only guy that is weirder.
Yeah.
But Biden has come up in the news because his dog, Commander, he's got a German Shepherd called Commander.
That's not what you should call a German Shepherd.
No, it's definitely not.
The Fuhrer. No, Joe, how old is this dog?
It has seen many borders change hands. Joe, this dog, Commander, his German Shepherd, has been expelled from the White House for what in the news has been referred to a series of bitings, where Commander the dog has bitten the security detail who were meant to guard Joe Biden, right? And I went, a series of bitings. Well, like, what's that? Like, twice? Like, it happened once. Sorry about that. He's a bit jumpy.
Yeah.
Twice? Right, that dog has to go. 11 times. Joe Biden, every time that dog bit one of the guys whose sworn duty is to protect Joe Biden, it was just like, mulligans. What are you going to do? Let's just start all over again. Joe, but his aviators, the aviators are getting bigger as he gets more peanutty. He is slowly. I don't think they're going to bury Joe. I think we'll just find him in a little tray at a fancy hotel bar. He'll just be in there with the cashews. Joe Biden.
Well, I have a theory.
Please.
And this would be the only president I would say would be capable of this. Maybe they're not safety bitings, and maybe the dogs are just hungry. Because out of all the presidents that have ever been, he's the one I would believe would forget to feed his dog 11 times in a row.
Yeah.
Dog feeding is a nighttime thing, and that's not where Joe shines. Joe is he's morning Joe.
He sure is. He is.
They got to feed him by 3 p.m. or he can't lift his fork. That's my... if the Russians had waited till like 8:30 to take Kiev, I think they would have got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joe would have wanted to help, but he's like, I gotta just catch
I'm a little bit sleepy.
Yeah.
Joe, it's 4:30 in the afternoon. Midnight, as you wish, Mr. President. Maybe he is Mr. Burns. Maybe he just keeps releasing the hounds.
I think you got it there.
Okay, that's enough for me. Good night, America.
Release.
Release the hounds.
Put the aviators on him. Put the aviators on him and wheel him around like Hannibal Lecter. Just one of those, just a smile. Aviators. Okay, here he goes. Wave his arm like Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah. After 4:30 in the afternoon, it's Weekend at Bernie's in the White House. It surely is. I think that's why he does so many foreign trips, so he can stay in the dawn. He can get a lot done. The guy can go to 4 summits as long as they're between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m.
He's like a reverse vampire. He cannot see the moonlight.
No, he cannot. He can't hear a weather forecast.
Last time he saw a full moon, people hadn't been on it yet.
That's probably true.
I know. It is true.
He's been
if
around.
you don't believe some of the websites I go to.
I regularly get all my fish tickling information from the Daily Truther.
Every day they tell the truth.
They tell the truth. They cut it up like a pie.
Yeah, that's right. Always trust somebody who tells you they're telling the truth in their name. That's because,
Only a truth teller would tell the truth in their name.
Yeah, that's right. They got to.
And what else? Well, let's move to British politics.
Yeah, speaking of dogs, and I don't mean her, but...
I don't know what do you want to talk about?
Suella Braverman.
Yes! So Suella Braverman doesn't have a kindly reputation.
No.
She's not considered one of the kindly people. And I think she's happy with that. I think she likes not to be considered kindly. Yeah. But she did go a little bit further. She did stand on a guide dog's tail at the at the Conservative Party's, conference. Like, she didn't do it privately. She was happy to stand there having a conversation with a blind man while standing on the blind man's dog.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, and somebody snapped a picture, and there she was, just gurning away.
Happy.
I mean, it may be time to change your guide dog if, I mean, I don't think that he should have expected the guide dog to be able to impart that Suella Braverman standing on my tail.
Yeah, it's just 2 wolves.
Well, tell her to move then, Coco.
You don't need to stand for that sort of behavior. Well, just crazy. And then she in her next speech, her idea of smoothing this all over, she went, "I would like to just apologize to all dogs."
For everything?
Just a Jack Russell looking up from his bed. Good.
Yeah.
For that time, the tennis ball never came back out of the brambles. This is... Thank you, Suella.
Now the healing can begin.
Yeah. For the time that bone turned out to be a squeaky bone. Thank you, Suella. For that time that cat got away. Thank you, Suella.
Goes a little way in smoothing things over.
Mm-hmm. For all those times, all us dogs out there failed to catch that tail. Thank you, Suella.
For all of the flatulence that's been pinned on us. You know we didn't do it. Mm-hmm. You know that. Thank you, Suella.
Yeah, she was, but not the most astonishing one. I think sort of Penny Mordaunt.
I'm smitten.
He is.
I can't decide between her or Lauren Bobbert. Borbart?
Burbert?
I'll take Penny Mordaunt because I can say her name.
Penny Mordaunt. Yes, this is... Her speech was exceptionally weird.
I know, that's what I liked about it.
Stand up and fight. She told a Tory conference to stand up and fight 11 times in 90 seconds and twice at the end. And I said this was going to happen. I said it on the social medias. I said it, Mr. Glenn. Some comedian is going to end up smitten on Penny Mordaunt because she's such a great brandisher of a sword and give away the golden secrets of stand-up comedy. Say the punchline 11 times in 90 seconds and twice at the end.
That's true. Although, it wouldn't work on the circuit because anybody who ever's done a Portsmouth Jongleurs Christmas gig would never tell the crowd to stand up and fight 11 times. You wouldn't get to number 11.
They're already up there.
Yeah.
They're already fighting.
This one's up. This next joke goes to all the people who are having a fight right now.
This is for all my scrappers out there. I saw people fight over chicken at a Christmas party once. They fought for that chicken. They fought it was like it was their rights. You know, their ancestral home, their mother tongue, the faith of their ancestors. That's the level of passion they put into this.
We're
breaded
here to
chicken.
Celebrate the birth of baby Jesus. But if one of those fuckers tries to take your chicken, you take your lessons from the Lord Jesus above and you stand up and you fight. Just like Jesus said when he was up on that cross. He said, any of you fuckers touch my chicken, I will cut your dick off. It's in the Bible.
Some of the stuff in the Bible isn't written down.
I read them in my own. I got my own Bible.
That's what I do.
Mm-hmm. Most important part of my Bible is the stuff I've written in the ledgers.
I'll put it in there. Stay away from my gun. I would have been in there, but I didn't have guns then. That's the only reason I wasn't in there.
That's right.
Right? There's stuff about spears.
I changed those to guns. I cross it out. And
I think it's the same thing.
It's about the same thing. Gun just fire a little tiny spear. It's basically
40 of them a second.
Yeah, that's all.
So, well, that's it. Suella Braverman. And then Penny Mordaunt. And here's the thing, though. I think they're deliberately weird because we're talking about them. I think that the Tories have been told to try and be as weird as possible to garner social media attention. Because the other conferences have now been and gone, like the Labour conference, the Lib Dems. I'm sure they were packed with sensible policies. I couldn't tell you any of them. Or who was in them because they weren't weird.
I imagine there was a few people who yawned to death, especially in the Lib Dem, like just trying to fight a yawn and actually ended up breaking their jaw and choking to death.
I think an aggressive heckle at a Lib Dem conference is a gilet being zipped up.
Ooh. Rupert, control yourself. I meant every zip of it.
My arms are still cold. You know, actually more Lib Dems, more one of these, and quite encouraging. Let's go down to the stream and check how the froglets are doing. Come on, let's not talk about the major issues of the day. Let's see how the newts have settled down by Fanny Waters. Come on, conference. Let's find out how the newts are doing.
It turned out that's what Rupert was doing. He was just putting his sleigh on because he thought they were going to the crick.
That's right, he wasn't complaining about what George was saying. Good Lord, it's not going to happen at a Lib Dem conference.
It was the fall. He needed it.
The fall? You mean the
autumn.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the 1980s industrial band, The Fall. Which, yes, the dear leader of a party has actually said is one of his favourite bands. He likes Jesus and the Mary Chain, so pretty radical.
Wow. Did he really say that?
No. Just sounds like some shit somebody would say at a Lib Dem conference.
It sounds like if Mark A. Smith was still alive, just got the booking, he'd probably have to take it. I don't think he was that rich. Just, ladies and gentlemen, now we've had all the speeches, the fall.
Okay, over to you, Marky Smith. Don't have a really big drunken tantrum with that bassist, because that bassist is one of our councillors. Colin, give them a wave. Hi, guys. When I'm not looking after things in Guildford.
Ew, you fucking sad sack. Fuck off. Don't need a bassist in this band.
Okay, well, that's one down. Hopefully he hasn't noticed that Sarah is on keyboard.
Fuck off, Sarah. I don't need keys in my band.
Okay, well, I suppose I'll go back to looking after the bins in the greater Stockport area.
Fuck off, mate.
G1! Gosh, this Lib Dem conference reunion of the fall is really becoming quite scant. There's only really Marky on stage. Luckily, we've got the Joker in the pack. Big Nigel on drums. Probably the wildest man in Peterborough. Right, Nige? I'll do what I can. Let's just say if being a Lib Dem councillor and a geography teacher isn't wild, I don't know what is.
Have it, you fucking bastard.
Pint glass right in his face, right after. That's what stops the drum roll.
Right, finally. A band I can be proud of, just me. And me piss stain. Maybe that's the name of the band. Marky Smith and the Piss Stains. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, guys, we'll just try and keep along. I don't think, did anybody actually check whether he's actually a Lib Dem? All this behaviour doesn't really smack of...
Get him a pamphlet. Sign him up.
Get him one of our recycled pamphlets. Quickly. Politics.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing us your bountiful fruit of Eejits. What else stuff's going on?
Well,
Before we go any further, this is what we need to do.
okay.
Right? American politics, British politics, we all know. Look, you know, we're glad you get involved, representatives. Yeah. You know, put the effort in. It's either that or tyranny. But this is a belter. In Italy, right?
Yeah.
They have a thing called the Tonka Festival.
Italia, for all of you Italians out there.
Nicely translated. Yes. The Tonka Festival.
Is it got anything to do with large yellow toy trucks?
I hope so. I should do hope so. It's such a beautiful big fat truck. This town in Trento,
Yeah.
so the northeast, sort of, you know, not too far from, I guess, Venice, something like that. They have in their town, and for 100 years, have the Tonka Festival, where every year they have a jury and a public comedy court case And they sentence a local politician who's got on everyone's nerves to being dunked in a cage into the river.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did they ever bring them back up, or is that just...
They dunk him 3 times.
All right.
It's like pasta. We make them till the politician is al dente.
Yeah, throw him at the wall and see if he sticks. These politicians are ready.
If he hits the wall, he's good to go. But if when you throw the politician at the wall, he is too mushy. Sadly, you lose the election, you drown in the river.
Yeah, you got to get another one.
There's always more. But I looked into it. It's been going for hundreds of years.
Wow.
And Silvio Berlusconi was never in the cage.
Oh, I can't imagine what kind of oil slick would hit that river if you dunked it. Just this weird, like the Botox poisoned all the fish, and then the oil slick killed all of the surface insect. That river is now dead.
There is a significant amount of scam has risen to the top. Silvio volunteered when he heard about it. Let me get this right. You want me to get into a cage? That's my only question. What happens to the go-go dancers? Do they stay in the cage with me?
Yeah.
Or do they cheer with the pom-poms and the boobies from the bank of the river?
I think that you'd have to lure him in there with the go-go dancers. He couldn't. You'd have to wait till he was kind of unclear what was going on. But Silvio, come on. Hey, a boonga boonga boonga, a boonga boonga. He'd have a little dance that he does when he's getting toward it.
Here comes Silvio. The old town is out, ready. And then somebody from the ISTL in the peak goes, "He's coming!" The old town throws their hats into the air. And then here he comes, 85 years old. Man, it's like watching a Viagra with a pair of shiny shoes on as he enters the town. A chain of panties. It's like something out of Brothers Grimm.
A little blue triangle beating like a heart.
Yes. Is like a Catholic painting. Instead of the Sacred Heart of our Lord Jesus Christ.
The Sacred Heart of Saint Viagra.
Saint Viagra. Here he comes. Look at him. He's transfixed by the panties. As he enters the town.
Oh, he's having a sniff. You sniffed him.
You can tell. First he was in his mansion in Milan, over 400 kilometers away. He's busy doing things that Silvio does. Yeah, you know, a little bit here on the tax bill, here, there on the tax bill. The sound of a G-string dropping 3 valleys away. Hello. Allora.
It echoes off his tightened face. That's where he first feels it. That's why he kept it so tight. He could... Is that it?
He's elegant. People want to know why at 80 my eyes are on the side of my head. Because my skin has to be drum tight. Tight like a little drummer boy's drum, you know. 2 cents the panties dropping.
I feel it.
It is now. The cage is being prepared for me again. Silvio, don't go. It's a terrible...
I must!
But it's not a great look for you. Be naked, rock hard in a cage. I'm a man of the people. It's true, he's a man of the people.
He's a people guy.
He's a people guy.
He's gotta go. He's gonna do it.
You know, they take him out the cage, they throw him against the wall. He melts through the wall. You see, it turns out he's more of a fungus than a man. He's more fungal in nature.
But he said she's more fungus than man now.
That's right. You see, it turns out he's made up of 40 million spores. And they just go through the wall to the other side where the hairdressers are living. Huh? He just gathers. He hangs around amongst the air on the floor until it's shutting up.
He gets into the filtration system. That's where he collects himself.
Silvio.
Yeah.
We'll never see the like of you again, Silvio.
No.
Wherever
unless his doctors put his face on someone else, and then
Which is super possible. It turns out we have enough skin for 10 faces. You stretch it out, it's like a tennis court with a nose in the middle.
Make sure you got a good grip on your shoes. Slingshots, you crazy.
Oh, it's more like an ice rink out there. You won't play tennis on this face. It's...
Just him looking up the skirts of all the tennis players.
I know, yeah, I'm still alive. Sentient in my own way.
I'm a bunch of tiny mushrooms. I cannot die.
No, there is around November time, the woodsmen start hunting for me again. That's how I recycle through the life system of Italy, you know. Eventually I'm shaved onto the finest of pastas. And then it starts all over again.
Life, la dolce vita.
Oh, I keep coming back. I respawn. I win election again. I get dunked in the river. I get splattered against the wall. And off we go again.
It's a tale as old as time.
It is. I would like to give a big shout out to my maker, Geppetto. He did a lot better with the little wooden boy who could not lie.
I was like the opposite of that.
I was more of a prototype that you could not get in an headlock.
Yeah, his real son died in a headlock, so he designed me to not be headlockable.
I'm not headlockable. Vote for me. You can't get me in an headlock. Actually, you know, it's a good slogan. Better than Forza Italia. I slide straight through the bars. I only do it for fun. I get in the cage. Man of the people, Silvio Berlusconi.
Yeah.
Fungus of the people.
All right.
Well, there you go. Rest in peace, Silvio. I don't know whether it would have been good to have been led by you if you were an Italian over the last 20 years, but you're a fucking idiot. Even
it was funny to us.
Yeah.
Because we're not there.
Right, what else is going on?
Well, in Paris, speaking of Europe, they have bedbug mania. And not that they're not in love with bedbugs. They're afraid of them. The whole town is infested with them. And people, I was just there. People take plastic sheets to sit on the trains with because they're afraid that bedbugs are going to bite their bums. And this is Paris. I mean, these are cool people. It's like you never see Parisians really rattled. Like everything is like really like.
Yeah. Okay, it's all rating over there. I'm drinking my coffee over here.
Yes, it's that.
Yeah. Well, I in some ways I'm kind of grateful for the bedbugs because I have been a huge Ireland rugby fan. I've been here in England just watching the games in Paris with FOMO. There's no way of describing it. It's FOMO. It's actual. I, as a 49-year-old man, I'm suffering from, and have been suffering from an incredible amount of FOMO. Wishing that I was at the games while Ireland triumph over and over again. But now that I know I could get a bad case of bedbugs, screw it.
Yeah. They're terrible.
There is
nerd herpes. That's what I call bedbugs.
Nerd herpes.
Yeah.
What?
All the pain and embarrassment of real herpes without any of the early morning rim jabs from a greasy old cougar. That might be coming out, by the way.
It is staying in the show. Staying in. I've just overruled him. 100% staying in.
Get that little gavel guy out. Enrique. Enrique. Keep that joke in, Enrique.
Oh, you gotta keep that joke in. That was a hum doozy. What the big worry is, there's been a massive outbreak of bed bugs that's on public transport. It's now into trains and whatnot, all over Paris. Paris is the most visited city in the world, 44 million tourists a year. But there's presently the Rugby World Cup on, right, which is a big super spreader event.
Yeah.
And it's it's also Paris Fashion Week.
It was, yeah.
That really cracked me up. Maybe it's just a fashion thing. It's an incredibly daring fashion show just called Infestation. All the male models are just covered in bugs. And we've trained the bugs to form knitwear. So and with the crack of my whip, he will be wearing a trilby. Trilby and chaps. He's going to go for the 1930s cowboy look.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was there and I saw some of these models walking around. I can see why they're afraid for them because they didn't look like they'd survive a bed bug bite.
No.
I don't think they just had enough. They were so gaunt. I don't think they have enough blood for a bed bug to have some.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they smoke all them cigarettes, just to keep the bed bugs at bay. Right? In case they're led away by a bed bug in the night.
Dragged off by a bed bug.
Help me!
Scrabbling up the sheets.
No, sorry, waistline 26, we can't save you. But,
try eating something, just anything.
They're climbing up my cheekbones.
Well, do you know...
They'll never reach the top of the cheekbones. Don't worry. Don't worry, Pavel. Your cheekbones are safe.
Yeah, he has them insured for £1 million. So.
$1 million a cheek.
Yeah, I know. Do you know how bed bugs have sex, though?
No.
They actually just pierce. Their dicks are like little sticks, and they can pierce the ladybugs, not just ladybugs, like lady bed bugs, pierce them anywhere, and once that gets into their bloodstream, then they so any hole is a goal. If you're anywhere around a bed bug and you're a lady bed bug, you can't like cover your lady part and have them. Yeah. They can get through anywhere.
They can knock up your shoulder.
And if that's what they had to do, they could do it. That's why, and maybe that's why they're so scary, because they think that's okay.
It's not okay.
It's not to me.
Not to
I'm
me.
worried, and this is what I'm worried. Like, does it work on us? Like, if they stabbed us with their little bed bug dicks, would we then?
Do we become?
Is that why they're so hard to get rid of? Because the calls are coming from inside the house. And we got bed bugs crawling out our little French bed bugs crawling out our bums,
Yes, exactly,
into our beds,
just like a Pixar movie. After he goes to sleep, we come out, come. Lots of charming Pixar bugs. There's the fat one, the skinny one, the young one who was enthusiastic, and the one who should have become a priest. I think I've done. I think it's Four Musketeers. That's what's gone on there.
Yeah.
All for one and one for all. Come, my fellow bedbugs.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
It's time to eat the tourists as they sleep. It's time to grab them as we creep around the bed to find a nice place to impregnate.
Yeah. Get your weird little dick out. It's time to make more
Come
bed bugs.
on! Don't be shy! He's from Wisconsin! This big fat American will taste like cheese on the inside!
Yes.
Processed American cheese. But We eat to eat.
Tonight we eat.
And tonight we dine. And this man, who has recently retired with his large wife.
He always dreamed of coming to Paris.
I
don't think she dreamt of being eaten by vermin.
Yes. Particularly charming vermin.
Gay Paris.
Who have a song in their hearts.
Scratch yourself all the way home to Green Bay.
Take us back to your charming, largely Scandinavian community. Oh, and there he is, back in Wisconsin, with his own restaurant, with a little hat on. That's right. I still know I'm a disgusting bedbug from Paris. Here in your shitty little town in the Midwest of America, my food is still the best you can get.
And that's not saying much.
Yes.
All right.
Well, we wish you all the best. People, apparently what you're meant to do is some bed bug advice. It's that thing in hotel rooms, that weird foldy out little table. You're meant to put your bag on that.
Always do.
Well, see, you're North American, you know that, because we don't really have that many bed bugs in Britain or Ireland. But like, you're meant to put it on there. You're never meant to put your bag on the bed.
Nope.
And you should, when you come home from a bed bug infested place, wash all your clothes at 60 degrees. That's more than enough to kill them.
Yep.
So there you go.
And shake out everything too. That's what
Shake
I
it
did.
Shake it all out.
Yeah, just shake it out,
Just
man.
shake the shit out, man.
That's what I did. I my bag that was there, I shook it out because I had to go to Manchester the next day. So, and there was no bed bugs in it. But yeah, I did the whole thing.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I am
Anyway.
a Parisian bed bag. Well, have I ended up on my... Oh, fuck, I'm in Manchester. Yeah.
Marky
Yeah.
Smith.
Oh, yeah. You ready? I've got need another band. Marky Smith and the Bed Bugs. You in? You in, mate?
Yeah.
You ready?
It was the only band he couldn't get rid of.
Hey, we only need to hire one bed per night. Marky, you take the top. We will be underneath.
Yeah, sounds like a good deal.
We never bite him. He's 70% whiskey.
He bites us.
Eh.
It's late at night. Marky Smith bites all the other bed bugs.
It's strange, but he's fantastic live. What can I say?
Yeah, he pierces us with his weird dick. Hey, I don't understand it, but I deserve it for all the times I've done it to others.
That's right. It's the revenge of the Marky Stick Dick.
Marky Smith bedbug dick.
Marky Smith Bedbug Dick. And that's this week's bumper sticker. Well, I think that's plenty of Eejits for this week. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been a wonderful group of people.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Head to toe.
We could tell you were good. And thank you to the Eejits, as always.
We salute you.
Also, we feel less alone knowing that you're out there as well.
Better about ourselves. Mm-hmm. And
This week has been a Pod People production.
Pod People production.
And good night.
And good luck.